Alright guys, what is going on? We are checking in today from somewhere new. I haven't done this in probably 15 years. We are checking in from the Lebanon, I got it right here, the Lebanon Mason Monroe Railroad here in Lebanon, Ohio. A little backstory, about 10-15 years ago, I was big into trains along with my father and grandfather, and I went away from it. I didn't find it interesting, yada, yada, yada. A couple months ago, I started cleaning off with all that I had. I didn't sell anything, but I cleaned everything off, and I sparked an interest to get back into this. So I know on this channel I cover a whole bunch of amusement parks and stuff like that, so I thought, let's change it up a little bit. So we're going to go train seeing today. The Lebanon Mason Monroe Railroad, it runs through weekends. It has some special events, and I know when this video is being recorded, three or 4 weeks after when this video is recorded, we will actually be down here for their steam train event, which they bring in a traveling steam engine, it pulls the train, and it comes back. It's for 2 weekends, and it has probably, it's gonna be fun. So if you want to come down here, like if you go to Kings Island, which is probably 20 minutes down the road, and you like historic train rides and all that, usually for standard coach seating it's $15. If you want to sit in the deluxe refurbished, all the passenger cars are refurbished and everything. They have concessions, all that, like a regular passenger train would. But if you want to ride in the Milwaukee Road coach, I think there's a Broadway coach and then something else, you can pay an extra $5, and it's like leather seating and all that. So yeah, the train is pulled by 2 locomotives. I was down here last night. They got the one train back there. Oh, we got the one engine back there. I don't know if that's going to be running with it or not, but the main engine is a GP30 with row number 901 in the front. It's repainted, and you'll see it here soon. It's repainted in its original nickel plate colors when it arrived to the railroad. And the route goes from Lebanon to Mason, and then once it gets to Mason, the engine in the back, which is the second engine, I don't know which one will be pulling. The back engine will take control, and it'll go back to Lebanon from Mason. And the railroad is operated as a passenger service by the Indiana and Ohio Railway. So it features an hour and 15-minute trip through the Warren County countryside here in southwestern Ohio. And like I said before, all 3 standard passenger coaches are restored from the 1930 coach cars that they have, with row numbers 101, 102, and 103, and they say Lebanon on them. So let's go out and check out the engines. Like I said, there's the second engine. It's a GP30. It says Great Miami on it, road number 902. Don't know if that's going to be pulling the back of the train, but the other train should be leaving here soon, and we'll let you guys see that. Now, where we are is actually what they consider the Lebanon Yard. There's a switch right down here. 2 tracks, and a switch down here. And the train is right there, and it'll come through this way and then back that way once the trip ends. And a closer look at the Great Miami EMD GP30. Both the engines, this engine and then the one that is pulling the train down there, were originally owned by Nickel Plate, and the one that's on the Lebanon train right now, they actually had it repainted into its original nickel plate colors, as if it was just delivered from the manufacturing facility to the railroad today. And then this train, if you actually go down to Cincinnati, it actually, I believe, does pull the Cincinnati dinner train. And the train is now leaving the station and coming right down here into the yard. Slowly but surely. Well, there goes the end of the train, so let's go to the next spot. Alright, so we made it to our second stop on the train sightseeing tour today. This is actually a siding that the line owns, and they actually have a coach and a Chesapeake and Ohio caboose sitting back there. I don't know if those are regularly used or not, but they are waiting here for their next use, and train should be coming up here soon, as just heard the whistle about maybe a minute, 2 minutes ago. And as you can see back there with the lights, the train is about to pass the crossing. It is interesting to note that the second engine is not on the rear of the consist. And on to the next stop. Alright, so as we wait here at the next crossing for the train to pass again, one thing that is interesting, the DT&I caboose on the end of the train, you can actually rent out for, I believe, $200, and it fits up to 8 people. So that would be a pretty cool experience to ride in the caboose. On to the next spot, which is going to be kind of cool, as it's a diamond. Alright, so we made it to the next train spotting location, and as you can see, this is an interesting spot. So right here we have the main line which the train will run on. Back there is another track that goes that way, and I believe it goes down to the Traders World Flea Market and Miami Valley Gaming in Westchester, Ohio, I think. So we will actually go down there and see if there's actually an Indiana, Ohio railway engine down there. Last time we went by there, there was. But yeah, quick look at the diamond. It's got 2 crossings. It's actually a siding right here. It's no longer in use. But yeah, just waiting for the train to come now. One thing to note about a couple diamonds that are still in use that I actually saw a couple nights ago, there would be probably a signal right here, and where this crossbar is, they would come, before they enter the diamond, they would come and they would flip it, so this part would go down this way, and the train would be able to go around this way. Now if the diamond was pointed like that, the train going from that direction to this direction would be able to cross, and the train going this way would not be able to cross. might actually be stopping. I don't know if the switch is thrown up there for them to continue on. Huh, never seen that. Crawling. Interesting. Maybe it's a slow speed zone. Alright, so we made it to the next spot. As you can see, track goes all the way down there, and the train should be coming from down there going this way. We will not be this close to the track when it comes, but yeah, you get a good shot of going down. And this is, I believe, the second or third to last stop. It continues down there, which is heading down to Mason. I believe there's one more spot that I have that I'm going to go to, and then the train travels on down more past the next spot, and then it's the end of the line for that, and it continues, and then it reverses. And I'm interested to see if that one engine is pulling the same consist back to Lebanon, or if another engine will be hooking up to it. So we'll stay tuned and patiently wait for the next train to arrive. So, been here for about 10 minutes and nothing. So I'm kind of getting, I don't want to say concerned, but yeah. Where's the train? So remember, no video and like texting and all that when I'm driving, but I'm pretty sure the train reversed and is going back to Lebanon. I went to the crossing right down here and nothing. So we're gonna head back to Lebanon and see. Alright, so train's back in Lebanon. I thought it was gonna go all the way down to Mason, but I guess not. Alright, so as we get a nice up close and personal view of engine 901, turns out if you do the Turtle Creek Flyer route, it goes to the Diamond as we showed, and it comes back to Lebanon. So yeah, so we'll get a nice up close and personal look with the cars and everything, and then head on over to Traders World in Westchester. Now, as you can tell, this is nickel plate road engine number 901. It was repainted when the railroad got it back to its original color scheme. And here are the coaches that you can board that are the standard $15. I was wrong on the road numberings. The standard coaches are 104, 103, and 101. 102 was shown earlier in the second stop of the where we stopped at, that has the Chesapeake and Ohio caboose. And here we have a United States Army kitchen service car. It's actually used, I believe, don't quote me, around World War II, World War I. So you can get all your concessions on here during the train ride too. And if you do the Turtle Creek Flyer train ride, it does have the Milwaukee Road coach with road number 3200. It is $5 more, and it has leather seating. And you, basically, if you're with a family, you'll sit 2 on one side and face the other 2 on the other. And one last look at DTI caboose number 116, and this is the caboose that you can rent out for $200. You can sit up to 8, and what's really cool is if I had 8 people, I would do it. You can sit right up there and watch the train ride go by. Alright, well, came down here to Traders World in Monroe, not Westchester, as Miami Valley Gaming is right over there if you are into casinos. No engine. So, that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. If you did enjoy this, I know this is the first time on this channel that we've been doing something like this, be sure to subscribe. I've got more ideas for more videos coming up soon, dealing with modern railroading and everything like that. So if you are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Follow us on all social media at MK Media, and we will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.